The following is a paid advertisement from Bounce.
Matt, before we start recording the pod, we have an actual real live sponsor.
Is it Big W, that shop that sells Big W's?
No.
Or is it Madam Brain Freeze's Ultimate Ice Cream Buffet?
No, Matt. Bounce.
Okay. Woohoo!
Matt, what are you doing?
You told me to bounce, so I'm bouncing. Oh, it's actually pretty good cardio.
Well, Matt, you can bounce here if you like, but I'm talking about the indoor adventure playground Bounce.
Bounce?
Yes, the actual Bounce is the proud real-life supporter of the Listies Make You Lolcast.
Yowza!
Are you still bouncing?
No, now I'm jumping for joy.
Whether you go to Bounce to play your mates in dodgeball or conquer new heights on the cliff jump, it's great fun for kids of all ages.
It's non-stop fun.
Wall running?
Wall running? Here I go.
Now, don't wall run in the studio. Do it at Bounce, where running on walls is not only allowed, but encouraged. Bounce is the ultimate school holiday destination. Well, that was pretty good. What do you think, Matt? Matt, where'd you go? Matt, we've got a whole podcast to record. Hi folks, Rich here. Matt, Nan and I want to say a huge thank you for listening to our podcast. We love recording these episodes and sending them out to your hungry and only slightly waxy ears. This is a message for all the adults. We are always very grateful for your support. So if you'd like to support the pod, you can do that by going to www.buymeacoffee.com/thelisties. That's www.buymeacoffee.com/thelisties. And thank you so much to all of you that have already bought us a coffee. Thank you very much. And now on with the show. Hello. What's that noise mean, Matt?
Oh, that noise means it's time for the Listies Make You Lolcast.
That's right. It's got lols. It's cast. It's a podcast.
Yeah. Dance, Rich.
I'm dead. Well, you can't see, can you?
No, I can't see.
You can't see.
Yeah. Hang on. Nan, can you stop the music? Oh, did you hear that? She stopped it. That's amazing. Just to let anybody know out there who is listening to the Listies Make You Lolcast, my name is Rich and this is Matt.
That is 100% wrong. I'm Rich and this is Matt.
I can't tell because we're recording in the dark.
It's true. But just because it's dark, Matt, and it is dark, I'll give you that.
It is.
You can't see your hand in front of your face. Doesn't mean you should forget your own name.
Oh, that is very true. My name is Michael, and this is my best friend in the whole world, whose name is, wait, no, it'll come to me. I want to say Roger.
Matt, why are we in the dark?
Well, so this is a Nan thing, Rich. So
right.
Nan really wanted to concentrate this week on the Listies Make You Lolcast, which is the thing that we're listening to. Hello, my name is Rich and this is Matt.
We're past that.
So she's turning the lights off because it's an audio experience. So, you know, when you lose one sense, your other senses get heightened.
Is that really true? Or is that just
Well, that's what Nan said. She learnt it on a podcasting course that she did in the Maldives.
Well, okay. Well, if you ever do a fart in the dark, then I am turning the lights on because I do not want my senses heightened. Do you know what I mean?
That is very fair. Hey, Rich, let's just make that pact, okay?
Yeah.
If I ever fart in the dark, we have to turn the lights on.
Yes,
okay?
But not with a match because that could make things worse.
That's true. Wow, I really hope that me farting in the dark doesn't come up again later. Imagine. Now, Rich, what is going to be on this episode of this podcast, which is called Greg and Leslie's Fun Time to Listen?
Our podcast is in the dark because Nan is trying to concentrate on the audio. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, good. Well, on this very chock-a-block packed episode of the Listies Make You Lolcast, we have a return to our favourite segment, Fairytales Are Really True.
The theme song.
No, not the theme song. It's not the focus of it. Okay?
It's good. And then after that, Rich, will there be some Richard's Poetry Corner in the dark?
There'll be Poetry Corner at the end in the dark. It's going to be very moody. And also we've got lots of listener mail. Thank you so much. There was a lot of bum fruit that came in the inbox.
A big shout out to Francis for the picture of probably the most disgusting looking nectarine we've ever seen, which I have dubbed the rectarine.
Okay. Not okay. Okay.
Now, listeners, if you would like me to explain that joke, just send an email into Richard at hello@richardsemail.richard.rich.
That is absolutely the absolute opposite of my email. But I suspect the reason why you got the email wrong is because we're in the dark. Is that right?
That is 100% true. I'm assuming that Nan is nodding away somewhere there in the dark in the mobile dog washing trailer that we call our podcasting studio.
Yes, and I have to say, Matt, it feels a lot smaller now it's in the dark. But being in the dark does have some advantages. Can you see what I'm doing right now?
No, I cannot.
I'm sticking my tongue out at you, which normally would be far too rude for Rich. But
Rich, can you see what I'm doing right now?
What are you doing? Why are you wiping your finger on my... Did you just pick your nose in the dark and wipe it on my arm?
No, I didn't. It must have been a ghost or a bat because they can see in the dark, can't they? Hey, Rich,
yeah, what?
What have you been up to this week? Have you been having fun?
Oh, well, I got a fabulous book, a really, really good book. It's called the Oxford Shorter Dictionary, right? The Shorter Oxford English Dictionary. And it's short because it only has... 2,672 pages, and the last word is Zwitterian.
Oh, spoiler.
Yeah, which is...
Now no one will read the dictionary because they know how it ends, Rich.
I know, I thought it ended in zoo, but it ends in Zwitterian. And do you want to know what the first word is in the dictionary?
Wait, can I guess?
It's the, because it's
the dictionary.
Shorter Oxford. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's my little dictionary joke for all you dictionary fans out there.
And dictionary fans and poetry fans, they must overlap quite a lot, yeah?
No, they're completely different. No, never the twain shall meet, I'm afraid. Yeah, wish they were, but yeah, different demographic.
Tarquin, Amarata, Dingle Dangle, Followbot.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't know if they're dictionary heads.
No, I don't know that they are, Because if you think about it, poetry books are very small and dictionary books are very large. So poetry fans probably have very small bags and the dictionary just doesn't fit in there.
Is that how you know? You look at the size of people's bags as they're kind of going to the beach or whatever, and you go poetry, dictionary, poetry fan, dictionary
Correct.
fan.
Correct.
Yeah. I've often wondered how you tell the difference.
And then if it's a really big bag, you're like, oh, coffee table. Unusual. Coffee table book,
Oh, yeah.
I've got a great coffee table book, Coasters Through the Ages. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, what have you been doing this week?
I've been playing with Pooglet.
What's Pooglet?
Pooglet, my pet rock.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Pooglet.
I've been teaching him tricks. You want to see Pooglet do some tricks?
Oh, well, you can try, but we're in complete darkness, so it won't be very good.
Pooglet, sit.
Did he do it?
I can't see if he's doing. I don't know. We'll try another one.
Okay.
Pooglet, do a backflip.
Did he do it?
I think he did. I don't know.
One more. If a rock did a backflip, I think you'd hear it. So I don't think he did it.
Oh, okay. Well, he might have done it softly.
Oh, yeah, true. Try roll over and we'll listen really carefully.
Okay. Well, you have to say Pooglet, roll over.
Pooglet, roll over.
What?
I think he did it.
Pooglet!
I'm impressed.
That is why he is the best pet rock ever, and I love him so much.
Yeah, that's nice. Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you just pushed a rock and made it roll over, giving the illusion. But I'll never know because we are in complete darkness.
Complete darkness.
It's really necessary, Dan. It's a bit eerie.
I like it. I'm into it.
I can't tell if she's shaking her head or nodding.
Both.
Yeah, anyway. Can you hear something in the background? It's a little bit like someone cutting down a tree or something. Like soaring.
What is that noise?
Comes in and out.
Yeah.
I think my ears are more sensitive now it's in the dark, Matt.
Yeah. Maybe Nan's right, Rich. Maybe this is how we should record all of our plopcasts in the future.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she did finally learn something on one of those extremely expensive podcast courses that she goes on an almost weekly basis.
Well, worth it.
And now it's time for everybody's favourite segment, Fairytales Are Really True.
The theme song. And it goes like this. Fairy tales are really true. Yes, they are. They're true. They're fairy tales and they are true. And yes, they are. They're true.
All right.
Yes, they are. They're true.
Okay. Thank you.
Second verse.
No, second verse. Okay. Welcome to Fairy Tales Are Really True, the segment where we talk about fairy tales and how they're really true.
Rich.
What?
Sorry to interrupt you there and you're as you were ramping up for the intro.
Yes,
but,
what?
I have a little confession that I need to make.
What confession?
I don't know what a fairy tale is.
Oh, well, that's not bad, Matt. This could be a learning moment for everyone. If you haven't heard Fairy Tales Are Really True before, fairy tales are beautiful stories for children to learn wonderful moral tales that really set them up for life, you know?
Whoa. I mean, that sounds a bit boring.
No, they're not boring, okay? In fact, I could say, oh, no, they're not. You hear me? Oh, no, they're not. Oh, no, they're not.
Are you going to tell me one? Or
You're supposed to say, oh, yes, they are, but don't worry about it. Okay. And let's just talk about
yes,
Hansel. No, forget it. The moment's passed, okay?
Okay,
Hansel and Gretel, okay?
Oh, yes, they are.
It's too late, okay? Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, okay.
Focus on them, okay?
Okay. Listen.
Two kids lost in the woods. Then they meet this seemingly nice old lady, okay? And then they're sort of really hungry and they end up eating her house a bit. And then the old lady gets really angry at them, so they push the old lady into an oven.
What? That's terrible. What's the moral of that story?
I'm not sure. I should maybe check. Could be something about the generational housing crisis. Don't know.
Well, why didn't they just build a granny flat and she could have moved into there?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to bake your nonna if you're unhappy with it.
I forgot to say, it's not a nonna, she's a witch.
What's a witch?
Oh, it's an old lady who lives by herself and cooks up evil spells from hideous ingredients found in the forest. And she has lots and lots of cats.
So firstly, Rich, Taylor Swift has cats. She's amazing. And also, this witch, she sounds like a homeopath. And maybe she's into farm-to-table foraging. And also, she looks after stray animals, like the cats. Hansel and Gretel should back off, okay? They should leave her alone.
Okay, look, maybe just pick another fairy tale, okay? Like, forget Hansel and Gretel, okay? It's a bad example. Let's, what about Goldilocks, okay?
Okay.
This one is another kid who's lost in a forest.
A lot of forests.
Yeah, it's true. This one, she goes into a house that's not a witch's house, it's a bear's house. And she sees 3 bowls of porridge, you see?
Okay, wait. Do bears eat porridge?
Apparently.
Continue.
Okay, so anyway, Goldilocks, as you can imagine, starving.
I can relate.
So she has a little bit of the first porridge, and it's not quite right. And in fact, it's a bit too cold. And then she has a little bit of the second porridge. Oh, it's really, really hot. Forget that.
Oh.
And then she goes to the third bowl, and it's just right.
Hang on. Did she use the same spoon?
What?
Between the bowls of porridge, did she use for the cold, the hot, and the just right porridge? Was it just the same spoon?
I guess so, yeah.
So Goldilocks breaks into somebody's house. Not only is she a burglar, but she's a double dipper. No, she is a thruple dipper. That's disgusting.
It's triple dipping technically, but yes, she does. Okay, but they're bears. I don't mind. Okay, all right. And you want to? Okay, well, what about Cinderella?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Cinderella, she's this girl and she works in domestic service, cleaning like the floor, and then she has these like evil, ugly sisters.
Oh, hang on, wait. Are they ugly because they're evil?
I'm not sure.
That's not PC. Move on.
Okay, no. Okay, let's just say they have very ugly personalities. Anyway, Cinderella wants to go to a ball, but she can't because she hasn't got any clothes. And then a fairy godmother appears and gives her clothes. And then she goes to the ball and no one can recognize her because she's wearing these other clothes. And you just can't recognize someone if they're wearing different clothes. That's one of the rules. And then anyway, she has to go before midnight. She's got to turn into a pumpkin because even though it wasn't Halloween, but I'm not sure. But she leaves one of her shoes behind and it's a glass slipper.
Okay, there's a lot in that. Okay.
Yes.
So
there is a lot.
I'm with you up into the pumpkin thing. Sure.
Okay.
Why not? It's a story. But the glass slipper, that doesn't seem safe.
I know, I agree. Don't try and put glass on your feet, ever.
Yeah.
But in this story, it's absolutely fine. But the main thing is she leaves her shoe behind and the prince is like, who was that? And everyone's like, I don't know. I didn't recognize her because she's wearing different clothes to how she normally dresses.
Which is a rule.
Yeah, exactly. And so he gets this shoe and then he goes, I'm going to put this on everyone in the kingdom to see who she was. But it doesn't fit anyone because her Cinderella's foot is different to it. And the shoe doesn't
wait.
What?
Okay, so let's get past how disgusting it is that the prince tried the same shoe on a billion different feet. I really hope that he had some spray for athlete's foot. Let's move past that because that's not a good moral for kids, is it? No?
That's true. No, I'll agree with that.
My question is, and you were hinting at it at the end there, so that shoe only fit one person's foot in the whole kingdom?
Correct.
Well, how weird was Cinderella's foot?
What do you mean? How weird?
Well, if it's just one shoe that fits 1 foot that tried on a billion different feet, like it must be a really weird foot. Okay, I'm into this story. This is great. So how was it weird? Did it have like 20 toes?
What? No.
Or maybe did it have like 2 heels or 4 heels?
What do you mean?
Wait,
No.
instead of toes, did it just have heels? Would it have 5 heels out the front and then like just one big thumb out the back?
No, it doesn't have
Oh,
thumbs.
this is good.
No,
Okay,
it's not
I
a
love this
gorilla.
story.
No, Matt, look, you're focusing on her feet too much. That's not the point of the story, okay? The point of the story is that eventually the shoe fits and the prince goes, oh, there you are, Cinderella. And then they get married and everyone lives happily ever after.
Well, where do they live?
It's not really specified, but I'd say probably in a castle.
Okay, so what does Weirdfoot do for a career? Does she have a job?
Cinderella, not Weirdfoot. We don't know. She lives happily ever after. It's the end.
Okay, so
Of
she
everything.
just gets married and then we stop talking about her? Like the
Yeah,
marriage
basically.
is... Well, okay, that sounds very regressive, Rich.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I don't think that fairy tales are very good. So here we go. But you know what is good?
What?
The movie Barbie, and I'm going to go and watch that after I sing the theme song, which is Fairy Tales are really true. Yes, they are. They're really true. There's a fairy tale and they are true. You can listen if you want to. They are very true.
Okay, this is a lot longer. It gets longer every single time.
It gets longer
Okay.
every
Wrap it up.
time.
Wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
I want to live happily ever after.
Happily ever after.
Thank you.
Second verse.
Verse.
Rich, do you know what I think the moral to fairy tales are really true? The segment is
What?
that fairy tales are really true. Do you know what I mean?
We really should have thought of a better title for the segment.
Well, I think it fits very well for the theme song, though.
It does. Yeah, that's what happens when you write the theme tune before you write the segment.
Rich, that is really true. See what I did there?
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank you.
Matt,
Yes, Rich.
we need to have an ad.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Rich. Yeah.
Yep.
I totally understand what you're saying, except I don't know what you're saying.
Well, it means we've got to have a sponsor announcement, Matt.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I had all of the sponsors that all of our amazing Listeroonies have sent in to us. Nan printed them all out for me and she put them on a piece of paper, which I put down somewhere and I can't find. Thankfully, we have a sponsor suggestion from Baila. Take it away, Baila.
Do you lie too much and are caught in a web of lies and just can't stop lying? Then come to our lion taming class so you can finally tell the truth. If you're uncontrollably lying and can't even tell the truth, come to lion taming. Lion taming. Right now, we're here to help you stop your inner dishonesty.
You need one of those, Matt.
That's good. A lying tamer.
You absolutely need to tame your lying.
What are you talking about, Rich? I already have a lying tamer.
Do you? Wow, well done, Matt. I'm so... Hey, you're tricking me! If you have one of your own sponsors that you'd like to make up and send us, you can do that by recording it as a voice note on your parents' phone and emailing it to hello@thelisties.com.
And Nan might even put some music in the background.
Or you could just write it if you don't want to record it. That's because it's always fun to hear your suggestions.
It is. And your jokes, and send us pictures of fruits and vegetables that look like bums.
No more of those, thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you so
Moratorium,
much. Send
no more.
a billion more of those, please, because they
No,
make
thank
us
you.
laugh and it's funny. And we really like the idea of you all out at your fruit and vegetable shops, going through the piles, trying to locate the ones that look like butts.
I want the opposite of that. But anyway, I guess we just go straight to Richard's Poetry Corner now because I don't think we said anything wrong. Oh, I just got a text vibrating.
Yeah.
And I'll just have to turn it on because I can read it in the dark.
Oh, that light's so bright. Oh,
My poor eyes, it says, sorry, guys. You do have some corrections.
what? Again?
If this is the first time listening to the Listies Make You Lolcast, occasionally in earlier episodes we do get things wrong. And so our lawyers, who I think might even be cats, make us read these corrections so we don't get sued. And now, corrections. There are plenty more fish in the sea, but not as many as there used to be. Sad.
Your mum's brother is called your uncle. Your mum's brother's butt is not called your bumcool.
The polar ice cap is not a hat.
The board game is called Snakes and Ladders. It's not called Snakes! Snakes! Ah, I'm allergic to snakes! Get me out of here, Margaret!
I agree with that. That is not what the game is called, although maybe it should be called that. Cheese chess, that is playing chess with pieces made of cheese where you eat the pieces that you take from your opponent, is not a thing.
Yeah, it's a pity because it sounds delicious.
I know, right?
Cats can sing, they just don't want to.
The famous baby penguin in Melbourne Aquarium is not called Chonky McChonkbutt.
The answer to the maths problem, 1 + 3 is 4, and not mind your own business.
The following is not a nursery rhyme. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, but it grew up and moved in with its friend Emily, who lives in Paris. And that was corrections.
It feels good to just own up to being wrong, doesn't it, Rich?
Yeah, it does feel better. But I can't believe that I had to sing in those corrections. That was a bit upsetting. But, punishments are not always pleasant.
Rich, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And what we got to do is Richard's Poetry Corner.
Now, I don't know how I'm going to read this because it's pretty dark in here.
Well, hang on, what's that noise?
Yeah,
Can you hear
it's
that
like
noise?
someone sawing a piece of wood in half.
Yeah. Anyway, Richard, I don't want that to distract you from Richard's Poetry
Good.
Corner because now we're in the dark. Our senses are focused. Your metaphors and your similes and your wordplay will dance across our minds like sugar plum fairies.
All right, it's me that does the poetry, not you. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so inspired.
Okay, good. Listen, I'm gonna have to hold my book of poems, which is extremely heavy, and also hold a phone light at the same time. If only we could just turn the lights on, it would be a lot easier. But
No, we can't because otherwise Nan won't be doing a good job. And also the only time that we said we'd turn the lights on is if I did a fart. And I definitely won't do that in the middle of your poem. Definitely
And if
not.
you do, and I'm not saying you should, if you do, but I want to reiterate, I do not want you to do it. But if you do, with a capital if, do not light a candle. Okay?
Oh, I won't.
It's too dangerous. My poem is called The Dictionary Poem, and it is based on the front page of the dictionary.
Okay. What is that noise, though? Wait. It's Nan. Nan's asleep. Don't tell Rich. Keep going with your poem, Rich. Looking forward to it. So's Nan. Definitely not asleep.
Okay. Aardvark, aardwolf, ironic.
Oh, sorry, Rich. I can't believe that.
Oh, man, that's just reached me. Oh, I can't read poetry with that. Oh, I just dropped my dictionary on my foot.
Should I light a match? Thank you for listening to the Listies Make You Lolcast. If you'd like to support the making of the podcast, you can do that by buying us a baby chino at www.thelisties.com or buying some merch from our shop. Or the best way to support the podcast is just tell somebody you know that you think would enjoy listening to this podcast or something like that. Maybe tell a dog. Tell 2 dogs. Bye! The Listies Make You Lolcast is recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.